As the conflict between Israel and Hamas takes place thousands of miles away, members of the Muslim and Jewish communities in the Northwest suburbs have felt its direct impact. Here is Rabbi Muhammad.
It's very difficult every time a new attack comes, and especially on October 7th, which was the most deadly attack on Jewish people since the Holocaust. The amount of people and the ferociousness and the atrocities that were committed then.
Nissan Naparstek has family in Israel caught up in the war.
It really shook up a lot of people. I think in the Jewish world we're seeing a shake-up today.
As a rabbi in the Maple Grove, Plymouth area, much of his time has been dedicated to consoling relatives and members of his congregation.
My aunt was posting, her kids were constantly crying that they have to spend so much time in the bomb shelters because of the missiles. Every few minutes you have 20, 30 seconds, depends on the town, to get to the bomb shelter.
With the death toll in Gaza rising, members of the Northwest Islamic Community Center in Plymouth have felt the impact directly.
We had a sister here that lost 30 of her relatives during this conflict.
Saifullah Muhammad, a resident scholar at the Plymouth Mosque, has had several conversations with members of the community pained by the images they see online.
I've had youth and I had community members calling me, breaking down panic attacks. I've got calls 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. That, I can't sleep, right? Nightmares. Just seeing all the media that we're consuming and the videos and the pictures that are coming out.
During these difficult times, Scripture has served as a guiding light for each community.
Of course, as Muslims, we rely on God and faith to help us navigate these difficulties in life. Islam teaches us that there's ups and downs in life. There's going to be good times and there will be difficult times.
And then there are other verses throughout the Torah, throughout the Bible, talking about trusting in God, talking about being happy at all times, talking about even with difficulties, God is with us, He's taking our hand and He's showing us the way.
Both faith leaders have seen their community strengthened through the conflict as they continue to pray for peace.
Community gives us that solace that, when we're in times, when you need a hand to be lifted, that's why we're here for each other. And we're hoping that ties and that bonds that we have will keep us strong and, hoping for a ceasefire. We have been calling for a ceasefire for a very long time.
I've seen in my small community here and Jews all over the world, literally, major changes in people's willingness to be there for one another, to do more observances, do more customs, celebrate more holidays, etc., etc.
In Plymouth, Rabbi Muhammad, CCX News.
While the conflict in the region has not yet subsided, President Biden brokered a humanitarian pause over the weekend, allowing for the release of hostages and entry of aid.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.